What's up, Trios Tribe? We had another Oceania event. Woo! Top 16 deck list. Thanks to Burst for helping me once again. So, Tax, May, Online Regional, top 16 players. It's kind of weird, like the order of like Ulti Cup to Regional and back and forth. Anyway, this is the one with Omnimons, and since it's an Oceania event, they don't get invites. They just get to go to their nationals, where we have to suffer and toil for ours, which is annoying. But anyway, once again, Mirage takes the whole kit and caboodle one more time. Yeah, I think no one's surprised about this. I really do feel that Mirage just kind of is the best deck of the format, followed by Numemon, and then honestly, third place can go to any number of decks. Once again, we have another like 10 to 11 decks topping once again, which that's really cool. I mean, again, I'm probably going to be pretty tired this video. It's just, we're just at the end of the format. A lot of these decks, like some of these we're going to get into it, but you know, it's tiring at this, like I can't wait for 16 to the end of the day. But I also love giving everybody their due justice. These kind of players went out and performed really well, so I will always try to give credence or credence to that. I don't know, one of those words works. Anyway, some interesting decks here. I mean, Jellymon stands out. Oceania and Latin America. Please never end this meme. You guys always find a way to manage to top a Shinegreymon, and I am here for it. I'm here for this meme. And then like things like Belphemon topping one more time. Hunter's coming back. That's sick. And then Vaccine are probably the most like unique. Jellymon's insanely unique. I think Jellymon along with Hunters are probably the two most unique ones hitting this list right now. But yeah, let's just go. Let's give everybody their time. I wanna make this like again. The format's dragging on. Things are getting pretty the same, and I've been tired. I've been working on it's been a journey to get here, and this is Red Hybrid top 15. I will not make a Davis joke. Red Hybrid, yeah, no, actually only one Gravity Crush, and then we're actually playing Siriusmon Ace. That's probably the most interesting thing here. And we're playing a backup level 5, but we're playing this Alderman, so we'll get into those two cards. Let me read the Siriusmon first, because that's the most unique card. I've not seen a Red Hybrid play this card. Hand, Counterblast, it's an Ace. On play, when Digivolving, you may place one card with Gamma in its text from your hand as its Digivolution, oh my god, from your hand as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. Then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 or less. For each color in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, add 1k DP to the deletion's effects maximum. All turns, when another Digimon is deleted, gain 1 memory. For each color, alright, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8k or less. So, you're right, really getting much use out of that effect. So you're KOing a 9 cost, but that can get people, especially with the Ace counter timing and or just hard playing this for 7. That could just be enough for you. I could see the value there, and then it doesn't have an inheritable. But then when another Digimon is deleted, gain 1 member. So there's a world where you steal turn here, and your opponent's just not expecting it. So there's some interesting value there. Absolutely, some interesting value there. Other than that, we're actually playing this Alderman. This is one of the warping level 5s that I hate. There is not a single warping level 5 that I like. The Jellymon has it, Gammamon has it, funny enough. Angoramon has it, and a few other decks have these warping level 5s, and they just all suck. Like, I don't know what else to say. I don't like them. Anyway, hand main effect by placing one Agunimon and one Burning Greymon from your trash under one of your Takuyas in any order. Digivolve this card into this card as if the tamer was a level 4 Digimon for the Digivolution cost. On deletion, return 1 Takuya from your hand to your trash. Or from your trash to your hand. So you get to, if this thing gets deleted, you get to bring back a Takuya, and then some of your inheritables are going to trigger. Like ideally, you're only going to be on this Agunimon, which plays you a Takuya, so you can recycle the same Takuya, which is nice. And then that's it. That's like the only real on deletions you would get. But like again, like I feel like I've mentioned before, the Red Hybrid in general, like playing 4 level 5s just really isn't enough, and I feel like it's just like if you want to high roll this deck, yeah, play 4 level 5s and you'll get there. You'll get there a lot of the time. But if like you're trying to eke out the win percentage just one more, I definitely think you need at least one backup level 5, and we chose to do Aldemon this time. So grats on Red Hybrid, grats on yeah, congrats, 15th place. Not quite the Numemon, but if you were in the States, you get an invite, and that's cool. That's facetious, I'm sorry. Jellymon, so this is exciting. This is probably going to take most of my time because the Jellymon cards, like, while I have played some of the Jellymon stuff, I haven't played it since the release of the LM stuffs, and so I learned a lot of the old stuff, and one of the biggest issues again were these level 5s. Notice how we're not playing it. Like, so previous to this, we had this Theseusmon, and then we had another Warping Theseusmon, and the card sucked. And every time I played this deck, I see it in my hand, and I just hated it. It was awful. But now we actually have like a well-rounded level 5. Like this is one of the new ones from the LM set, which we can have opinions about LM and how it was distributed, doesn't matter. On play, when digivolving, which is really cool. But your level 5s having on play and when digivolvings is actually relevant just because, I don't know, it's just like being able to on play. Like if you're bricked, it gives you options, and that's a good thing. By trashing 2 blue cards in your hand, unsuspend one of your Digimon, and one of your Kirishiro Hagashimi Tarai. Oh my god, Digipanda will kill me for not saying this correctly, but whatever. And this Digimon gains blocker. So just a fun way just an easy way to get blocker, unsuspend something, and then into inheritable win a card with Jellymon and its text is trash from your hand. You may unsuspend this Digimon. So just all turns, like just on all turns effects, you're on Jellymon, you're gonna max out Jellymon, and then there's a lot of source stripping when it comes to Jellymon. This is the one that plays you your champion. This is also an LM one. When attacking by trashing 1 blue card in your hand, this Digimon can't be deleted by battle, so it's got pseudo jamming. When attacking, if you have 7 or fewer inheritable, if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, draw 1. So it's just like a draw engine that lets you stay at 8. So you're not like, because you're discarding cards so much in this deck that you really need to find ways to like fill your hand. I think that's like one of the many mistakes people make when they build this deck. They undervalue drawing. The Jellymons need to draw. You think to yourself, you're oftentimes in blue and you're like, I'm gonna draw up to 12 cards anyway. Not in this deck. But yeah, just playing a smorgasbord of all the Kirishiros. Is there an LM Kirishiro? No, this is the RB Kirishiro. Okay, well, yeah, and then, we also from the LM set we also got the Ace, and the Ace we're actually on 4 of these. So let's read the Ace a little bit. Counterblast, blah blah blah. On play when digivolving is very important when a Ace card actually has the on play, and it just makes it way better. And it's also 6 cost to drop this guy. I feel like a lot of like Miragegaogamon 7, isn't he? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. We'll see later. You may trash up to 4 blue cards in your hand. For each one, trash any 1 card under your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then return one of their Digimon or Tamers without cards under it to the hand. When attacking by returning 3 cards with Jellymon and their text to the bottom of your deck. So it's anti-decking out, which is like against in a world where like security control might come back. It's nice to also have your own pseudo infinite, I guess. In their text from your trash to the bottom of the deck. And I think you can do Digibubbles with that too. Maybe. This Digimon gains security attack +1, so it's a nice way to chip out a bunch of security. Here we go. Does these say Jellymon in there? Oh, they don't see Jellymon in their text. Bummer. But yeah, other than that, you're just playing all the good Jellymon stuff, and I think that most. Oh wait, Marching Fishes. Hold on. Main effect: choose one of your Digimon until the end of your opponent's turn. 3 of your opponent's Digimon with as many or fewer Digivolution cards that Digimon. Fewer Digivolution cards that Digimon can't attack or block. Okay, so the wording there is definitely weird. Basically, if I pick a Digimon and 3 of your guys with less or equal sources, can't attack or block. So for 3, this is a kind of cool card. And then security effect: 1 of your opponent's Digimon can't attack for the turn. Then add this card to your hand. Any one of these options that kind of come back to him already has like crazy value and like unseen value. So that's good. I mean, it's just a good Jellymon list. That's like it. Like you're playing the good Jellymon cards, and that's good. Congrats on 14th. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Shinegreymon always proving to me that Oceania and Latin America will always find a way to top with this deck. Let's dive into it. Only playing 10 rookies is interesting, especially since we're on yellow memory boost. Oh, that's interesting. We're not playing any trainings at all. We're playing Wyvern's Breath, and we're playing Shinegreymon BT2. So we're really focusing on that side. 4 room. What is wrong with? Do you not want friends? Friends are good to have, man. What? I'm joking. I'm hyping it up for the video. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get carried away. Yeah, I lost the bit there, but yeah, we're playing the oldie but a goodie BT2 Rise Greymon, the rare. When Digivolving, just play a yellow tamer, period. And your Marcus, but you don't get the on-play effect. But your Marcuses don't have on-play effects, so one of them does, but I guess you're okay with missing out on it if it means getting security +1, potentially. Yeah, security +1, and then just going crazy. It's kind of weird to see not just a collection of the red yellow ones, because you want to be able to heal your Marcuses side consistently, but that's about it. Yeah, not playing the red starter deck Geogray. I mean, it is what it is. Playing Wyvern's Breath, because Wyvern's Breath is probably just like a staple. Like, it's probably yellow's Gaia Force, so if you're just looking for a security bomb, Wyvern's Breath is it, and it clears a lot. It clears all over most things. And then yellow memory boost. Not sure why they chose yellow memory boost over like yellow training. It's just interesting. And then I guess like we're on Koromon when one of your red or yellow Digimon becomes suspended, -1k. I guess we're just trying to find more ways to make this Shinegreymon more valuable. I guess that makes sense. It's just interesting. I wasn't expecting this list to go there. I really don't know what to say about it. There's some clash because you obviously want to attack with this Marcus to like get all your combos off. But if this Marcus isn't a Digimon, you can still get value by Shinegray or BT2 Shinegray. For those who have forgotten, when Digivolving, suspend all of your yellow tamers. For each yellow tamer you suspended by this effect, activate the effect below. One of your opponent's Digimon gets -4k DP for the turn. Your turn, this Digimon gets 1k for each of your tamers. It's Steph, congrats on 12. I think we're gonna go into Belphemon. Belphemon also managed to top this event, playing 2 Shinegreymons. Actually playing the Ukamon World package, and then Protogis, and then just filling up with what you can. 1 Ipmon to recycle sleep mode as much as you can, because that's one of the pain points of this deck, right? It lets you pick up a 7 Demon Lord from your trash. Yeah, easy peasy. 1 Psychmon, players can't reduce play cost. That kind of counters you, which is a little strange. You would want to be in, I guess you really don't want to lose to Royal Knights. That kind of makes sense. And then yeah, Ogremon's always been a good card. Vilemon is the blocker you want to summon off of Ostamon. It's always good. It's the biggest blocker you can summon off of Ostamon, so it makes sense. And then Octomon, just on play effect level 4s are all interesting, right? If you can get them in the trash and start looping Ostamon effect, you're kind of chilling, I feel. 3 Gift of Darkness, because that's just insane for you. And then yeah, only 3 Karatas, 3 Digimon Empress. You're really trying to slow the game down and make your opponent really struggle for it. Delete one of your, or what's the security effect? By trashing 1 card from your hand, delete one of your opponents whose level is less than or equal to the trashed card. Interesting. So yeah, that makes sense to me. And then we're playing the best Demi-Meramon. I think this Demi-Meramon is creeping up into people's attention because a draw 2 like this is really, it's a lot better than people are giving it credit for, at least widespread enough. I think, was it Digital Gate? The guys who recently just did a big tier list said they would put this, I think they would either ban it or put it to 1 or something. It's just interesting. It's just interesting. That's it. Yeah. Grats on 11th. And then, Secon. You guys know how I feel about Secon, and moving on. We're actually playing the Avenged Kidmon Lament of Friendship loop. Yeah, this loop is probably just gonna be problematic forever until they decide to either hit it. Same with this Magna Angemon. Speaking of that tier list that those people brought out, I still feel like this card, Magna Angemon for BT1, is just, as the game gets further and further progressed, this card should get hit. This card should get like banned even. One is too much even for a deck for security control. We're only gonna find more and more ways to loop this guy, and just I'm not necessarily opposed to recovery. It's just unrestricted recovery. Like, should probably be something for now only limited to level 6s, and then like easy level 5s like this that are loopable because of certain cards. Like, we should start taking note and bringing it back, right? Like this Magnamon Ace, for example, it does have its conditional healing. You can't go past 6, which is kind of like they're like compromised to like what Yellow had been doing. And I agree with it. I just don't think unrestricted healing should be this available. Like even the Salamon, if you're at 3 or less, right, you get to heal. So it's stuff like that. And then Seraphimon, when Digivolving, you get to heal when, okay, like that's like more fair and balanced, right? Like it's a level 6, or like Holy Wave might be problematic eventually too. Just like first 6, heal 1, unrestricted. I don't know. I maybe Holy Wave's fine, especially since like your whole turn and you didn't establish board at all. But yeah, beyond that, security control, it's got it's the same taxes that it's been doing. Yeah, Revelation of Light, Kari's not playing. Yeah, we got 2 different versions of Kari to support our Revelation of Light. I wonder how much they struggle to get the purple source on board. Only 4 of these Karis feels like it might be a struggle, but I could be wrong about that. Yeah, it's security control, and then we're gonna go into the other security control that was able to top. Wait, was the other guy not playing? Oh, Uko. Oh, this guy's not playing Uko at all. Just Pillamon. Interesting. And we're gonna congratulate Digiburst on not only did they top a previous event, they were finally able to break the top 8, get their Omnimon. So congrats to them. Everyone go this deck list in particular has got a YouTube video attached to it, so go check out his channel. I probably will forget to link it, but it's just Digiburst with an exclamation mark. He's got a cool Angemon icon. I'm sure he's gonna comment in the comments, so just look at his video, man. Just do it. A lot of stuff here that I agree with. The Harrismon, I think, is a really good rookie. I feel like oftentimes security control loses to their security being weak, particularly like it's just all Digimon, and so then you just kind of lose. So Harrismon's kind of a way to kind of get value out of your security being weak and just kind of upping your stats a little bit, if that makes sense. Gallantmon, we've been seeing trashes get very big in security control matches, and just having this like crazy just crazy bomb to play against your opponent like out of nowhere is really good. 1 Death X, Revelation of Light, only 5 Kari. Oh no, I'm wrong. Instead of playing TK, we're playing this Kari, the Memory Setter Kari, and so upping our total to 8 Karis in total. I think the last deck also had 8 Karis. No, 7 Karis. But the question still is raised, like how consistent were we able to establish this Kari to activate our chaos degrades on flame health size? It's a very important question, because I feel like I've won so many games against security control because they never saw their purple source. And decks that can actually deal with security control's purple source actually like have a wildly easy time against security control. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, is there a reason to talk about the digibubbles between the 2 decks? Upamon, I mean Veximon makes sense, but this is like very different actually. When a card is added to your security, draw 1. I wonder how often this happens, just because like I feel like, I guess digibubbles generally are not very valuable in security control in general, so that makes sense. Playing the 1 Zephyrmon to like have that sneaky 1 extra attack makes sense to me though. But yeah, Digiburst, congrats on your Omnimon. Top 8 do get Omnimons, as these are regionals. Numemon, black base Numemon. Just getting to the end of it, man, ladies and gentlemen. Actually playing a mix of rookies, playing some yellow ones just so you can have on-demand floodgates. Players can't reduce play costs. Players can't play Digimon by effect. Your opponents can't reduce Digivolution costs. Can't blocking memory. Actually cutting one of the War Monzamons is interesting to me, but And then a 2-2 split between Numemon, Digipolice Numemon and Satsuki. One Protoform, actually only a smallish top end in terms of 7s, and then one Quanta, 2 Venus, 1 Lu. Cool Boy is interesting. Like I've expressed before that I like Cool Boy in the deck, but I feel like you may have wanted more Agumons, more Agumon X's to facilitate the Cool Boy. That could just be a weird take that I have, though I'm admittedly often wrong. But yeah, we got 2 more Numemons to go. 16th place, congrats. Black base, which is good and interesting. I believe black base is best base. And we got a very similar rookie lineup here, not playing the Cutemon, but still relevant, right? 3-3 split on the Digipolice side of things. Not playing the Gabumon X at all, not playing Cool Boy at all. Actually buffing out our level 5 ranks a little bit more than this player. Yeah, just 2 more. Probably cut somewhere else for it. I really don't have the mental space to figure that out. No Quanta, still the same top end, but we're playing 2 Protoforms. Yeah, Protoform's an important card of the deck to just like sustain like your life total, and recycling exactly what you want and what you need is really important. More important than I think people think. But yeah, it's Numemon, pretty solved at this point. Everyone's on Sunamon, and then whatever they feel like is the cutest Digibubble to count to 5 is. But black base again, so we got 1 more Numemon. Man, purple base is the best base this tournament. Why you gotta prove me wrong? I'm a YouTuber, I should be like right every time. No, that's ridiculous. Don't, no. It also is not dawns on me that like, I mean, the difference between 7th and 13th may be a difference in record. I didn't post the records for these. I've just been lazy. I'm being real honest with you guys. Yeah, I mean, purple base is the best base as of this tournament. proving that I don't know what I'm talking about this time. I am wrong this time. Purple base beating out black base. 3-3 split on the Satsuki, the slightly different deck. Playing the 4 Gabumons, which is always interesting. I mean, the thing about purple base for me is obviously like they enjoy getting their draws off of these purple cards. There's a little more cycle between everything. And then you force yourself to hard play all your Numemons, and I just feel like that feels bad. But like maybe someone really needs to just sit me down and talk to me why the purple base is as preferred. Not as preferred, but I feel like there's like if I had to pick a percentage, it's probably like a 40-60 split between purple and black base. But like what is like I don't get it. I want to get it, but I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like what is enticing about the purple base? Is it the Demi-Meramon, the draw 2 one? But this guy's only playing 4 of it. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I reported it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just don't see why. Because my fundamental thing about purple base that I'm not a fan of is you lock yourself out from allowing yourself to digivolve into your Sukumons. And like sometimes you just digivolve into this Numemon for 2, play a Satsuki and give something rush, and then you won the game. And it's just like, it feels like locking yourself out of that potential kind of lowers your win rate, even though like you gain. I'm not sure what you gain for the purple base other than this Demi-Meramon, but this person wasn't even on that Demi-Meramon. So, and then the Sunamon, you get the draw from that too. So I don't know. I would love for someone to explain it to me. I mean, Hayden, if you could just do that for me in the comments. Like, obviously you knew what you were doing. 2 Chimeramon over what maybe that's it. Like, you can lose rookies and buff up your level 4 and 5 count, and that just lets you do more of what you wanted to do anyway. And then it's like, what is stopping black base from playing Zwart Defeat? Is it just the fact that they need to fill out the rookies more? So then like the purple base is suddenly allowed to have Death Act or Defeat more? Oh, and then you can pitch it off of these cards. It's an easy pitch. It's just I guess like the draw discard, some of the draw discard you get from the Gabumon might be relevant, especially since you need to set up trash for some of your effects. Someone explain it to me, man. Someone explain it. I still think black base is better, but you proved me wrong, so I need to shut up. This is the TLDR, honestly. I'm talking way too much. Congrats on 7th. Congrats on your Omnimon. And Armor makes it again. Armor playing not all 12 Magnamons is interesting. Actually playing Lydramon. But other than that, it seems like a pretty standard list. Playing Megadeth. So we're actually trying to be on the Davis Ken combos with Megadeth, and then unsuspending, resuspending, or whatever you want to call it. Only one of the Awakening of the Golden Knight. Fire Rocket plus Davis Ken can get kind of nutty, kind of quick. Magnamon X, one Protoform makes sense. I always have a difficult time justifying Protoform in Armor, just because like your only way to get there is Magnamon X anybody. There's no Vmon X. There's no like X for like the other guys. So you're just kind of like, this just kind of sits in your hand a lot of the time. Yeah, I think there's like a cool loop here with the, like, if you stack the deletion effects properly. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, this Davis slowly replacing the BT3 Davis, which probably is like, it's been a long time coming for this Davis to get replaced, and here we are. Yeah, all your Digimon are, except for Death X, are blue, so you're playing Mental Training, picks up almost everything except for these these 3-4 guys right here. Makes sense. Wanyamon, best blue Digibubble in the game, plus the Bukamon, because, you know, why not? Sometimes you draw and raise a lot, right? Congrats on 7th, congrats on your Omnimon, man. And then Hunters. I am a avid Hunters player. I love Hunters. I know there's a lot of hate towards Hunters, and personally, I don't get it. If I could choose a power level for every deck to be, if like we were able to just take the entire meta, the entire like graph of what the power levels in the game were, and just all squish it down to the power level of Hunters, I think that would be the most fair back and forth world of like that. I feel like most people would enjoy that form. This is a take, man. I could be wrong, but where Hunters is and the way Hunters can play the game and kind of like constantly go back and forth. If more decks could play like Hunters does, I'm not talking about how dumb the removal is, and I'm just talking about how the speed, the back and forth it's capable of. If more decks could just come down to, or come up and come down to what that power level and speed is, I think Digimon would be the best game in the world. That's just my hot take of the day, I guess. I don't know. But we're playing, I mean, it sounds pretty standard. Hunters is just a deck that's able to craft itself and kind of slightly adjust itself for the meta. Playing Delicate Plan, you have plenty of red. Kongu, you have plenty of black. Tuarmon for D-Digivolve. D-Digivolve is becoming one of the most broken I don't want to say broken, one of the strongest mechanics in the game. And I think as we go forward into this game, people are going to just realize how powerful D-Digivolve is. We got a taste of it back in BT11, how strong D-Digivolve can be, but I think we're getting there to where like it's gonna be, we're gonna raise some eyebrows. But yeah, nothing after that. Just like us, most interestingly enough, we're on 3 of every tamer, so we're just like on the same consistency path for seeing all our tamers. And then just after that, it feels like a normal list, other than like, you know, we sacrificed a Dracmon to put a Yakomon in. We sacrificed a Numemon to put a Tuarmon in. But other than that, it feels like a normal Hunters list. We slightly adjusted. Noticeably not playing that promo card, because that promo card sucks. Just saying. Congrats on 6th place, man. It's nice to see Hunters get some credit, some love. It's still a good deck. I still love the deck so much. And now Vaccine actually gets the top this day. Playing I know there's a lot of talk about this Patamon's going to be too good. We're going to see that in the future, that this Patamon might just be that too good. One Geogro, we're just playing really good cards, and this just like feels like yellow good stuff right now. Rapidmon, Golden Vidramon, Rapidmon, Magnum, both yellow aces. I was talking to a friend of mine, saying that, like, you know, it's kind of crazy that like we got all these aces, but then yellow's the only pair of aces that actually work together in the same deck. Like for blue, we got Wergururu and Zudo. Those don't work. Red got Garuda and Metal Gray. Those don't work. or at least they don't have the same like goals, right? And then same thing with green. Green has got the redirecting Kabuterimon, and then Lilymon is the suspended guy, and then bounce hitter, bottom deck hitter, or whatever. Like it's just not, you get where I'm going with that. Like it's yellow's the only one where like they do the same thing, slightly different, but they're like good to go. They're like on the same page. But yeah, it's just yellow good stuff. Only one Seraphimon, so we're just going for full control and just kind of slowly chipping away at our opponent. Like that's the problem with yellow vaccine most of the time. It's just like you're able to play the marathon, but like how do you win the game is always going to be the biggest question. Playing Odin's Breath is probably the last thing I'm going to talk about for this deck. As a card from BT15, kind of saw some use in Royal Knights at the time, but when an effect trashes this card from the security, activate this card's main effect. Main effect, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3k DP until the end of the turn. Then, if 6 or fewer cards are in both player security stacks, all of your opponent's Digimon get -1 security. So it's a floodgate. It's an attacking floodgate. It's not bad till the end of your turn, yeah. And then the security affects the same thing. So whether this thing gets trashed or checked, it's gonna do the same thing, which is pretty valuable, honestly. One Heaven's Judgment. We do have a lot of potential for colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the potential for 4, 5 colors. I know that the world we get all of these on board is kind of not happening, but you get my point. But yeah, vaccine. This TK is slowly replacing this TK. I mean, it's about time BT1 to 3 tamers kind of got pushed out. You know what I mean? And then second place, Deva's. I just don't. I've talked about so many Deva's lists. They always, they're about the same. Yeah, it's just there's a few interesting talking points where it's they play the Miragegaogamon Ace now, which is always interesting. Bahumon is present this time, whereas the Tiger is not present. It's always this talking point there. Playing the Merciful mode to go along with your Miragegaogamon Ace is interesting, and it does Digivolve on top of all your other Devas. So like, you know, against like things like Lugamon or something, like this guy kind of just claps. And then if you survive a turn, you can trash the top of this guy and then go into Fenglong anyway. And then just like your normal your white tamers because you need them, your D-Reapers because you need the white, Genai because like sneaking out a level 5 is kind of fun. But yeah, that's Deva. It's not much more to say. I don't think I feel like we're playing more of the bird than I really think we normally do. Yeah. And then oh my god. And another one. All right, this is probably where I'm going to speed run it. It's Mirage. Mirage really doesn't change between decks. This guy's playing Full Metal Blaze, and I feel like that's the most interesting thing I've seen in the past 4 weeks. That's wrong. There's probably been other stuff. I'm just tired, man. Just in general, not of Mirage, but yeah. So Full Metal Blaze. I tried using this card in Nationals. It just doesn't do what I think it does. You know what I mean? Like you read it and you're like, man, this could be really good against boards that go wide. And it's like boards that go wide don't really get a hand size most of the time. So you're just like, dang it, man. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. But I'm just trying to pick out something. Oh, actually, I guess this is interesting. We're playing for the BT4 Gaomon, or BT11 Gaomon, with the death of Leviamon, or like the reduction in play of Leviamon allows this Gaomon to be more existent and gives the deck slightly more searching, which is good. Other than that, you know, just playing your suite of 4s, 5s, and 6s, I think these are all pretty common ratios. These are the exact same tamer ratios every time, honestly. Yeah. Next, Mirage. Slightly less of this Gaomon. Is it? Are we playing all? Yeah. See, we traded Betamons for Gaomons. And then yeah, just playing a collection. Not playing the redirect Miragegaogamon. Kind of interesting. Actually playing the security bomb, and then ice wall. It's Mirage. I don't want to belittle it. But like the decks are pretty similar at this point. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to get. It's hard to hype it up at this point, especially since we're so close to 16. So yeah, swap here. I mean, the Betamon is so good. the Betamon, like, we're gonna get this deck is gonna have so much jamming that we're just gonna replace Bukamon entirely. Watch. I know there was talks about like this book, like it's funny like what we're doing to try to get Bukamon more consistently, but I don't feel like Mirage was the deck that got Bukamon nerfed, right? I think Ukomon was why we kind of banned or limited Bukamon. I think that was just too good. Ukomon plus the Bukamon was just way too good. Yeah, and then we're gonna play. Oh, this guy's playing 2 Hammer Spark. What are we cutting for that? We're cutting We're cutting 1 rookie. No, we're literally in the. Oh, so this is first place. First of all, this is first place. Won the whole thing. Congratulations. I think it's a Shinegreymon, Matt. You win. So congrats on that. Yeah, this is your first place list. Everyone's been doing this like 3-in-1 split. I think all of you guys did that. Yeah. Playing 1 full moon meter impact. Actually playing the redirect guy. Oh, we all played the I was not playing the redirect guy. Only. Oh, none of them played the redirect guy. Oh my god, I'm tripping. Oh my god, please forgive me. I can't. I'm going to bed after this. Oh, but like yeah, like really all the decks are pretty much the same. Or like one full meter impact. Everyone's doing 4 and 3 training split or training memory boost split. I'm just trying to find where this guy found room for the 1 more full metal blaze. It must be the 5s. Oh my god, it must be the 5s. Where did they find the room? Oh, this guy had the Hammer Sparks instead, so that's 1 spot. Oh, this guy cut a level 4. Interesting. Okay, so there you go. This guy, that 2 Hammer Sparks came from a level 4 and a security bomb. Interesting. This is your first place list. It's not too different from the other Miragegaogamon, so it's not like a game-breaking decision to be here, but Mirage is the best deck of the format, and it's decidedly, because it gets played more, is more solved, I feel. And to be fair, like, Miragegaogamon is a deck that like is very, I don't want to say linear, but it specifically needs the card that's playing to do what it's doing. And people have just figured out that like if you have too many tamers, you lose. If you have not enough tamers, you lose. So like people have finally developed into this 3-in-3 split strategy. The training versus memory boost is another, like the trainings are just better, but we still need blue memory boost to see our Digimon, because oftentimes how you lose is you don't see level 4. You don't actually, like, in terms of searching power and drawing power, honestly, Mirage is a lot closer to a red deck than a blue deck when it comes to draw power. I know that might be a crazy thing to say, but like if you play Mirage, you know that like just drawing into your pieces is a pain, and it's a lot harder than you think it would be for a blue deck. So yeah, just fun fact, take that for note. Let's go back to the pie chart. Let's talk about how I'm excited for the BT15 to cycle out. 16's on its way. Thanks you guys for watching. I mean, Eggman events, you guys already know at this point. I have everything linked typically. Yeah, it's been a wild ride of a meta, and I don't know, I guess I didn't talk about it. It was 97 players, 6 rounds of Swiss. You know, just Oceania tends to be smaller tournaments than NA and Europe. So it makes sense. And the fact that we're actually on the BT2 Shinegreymon still taking me for a loop, and Jellymon and Hunters, like, it's just cool to be able to see all these decks do well. Like, we may not be the biggest game, but we are sure having fun with it. Like, it's not a bad time to be a Digimon player, honestly. Yeah. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time.